Yeah, what's good, brothers and sisters? My wife to my side, like always. Um, we about to bring something out about Jacob possessing his possession. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Hi, everybody.
yeah. I didn't say that. You usually say hi, but all right. So yeah, that's the title. Jacob will possess his possession,
hmm
and that's the title because no matter how much you heathen lovers want to try to save heathens and try to say they could get grafted in, they could sojourn, they could come in and they could just be a part of us. They can't be a part of us. They was made to be our possession. We are bearing the shame of the heathen right now. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna possess our possession. That's why we're gonna bring this out. Y'all gonna see what we're talking about.
So we're about to get into the definition of what possession means so that we can
Mm-hmm.
understand what it means to have a possession.
Right.
What's possession mean?
Now that word says the state of having, owning, or controlling something.
So something that you have, something that you control, something that you own. You know, a lot of us as Israelites, we complain about lacking ownership and we don't have this, we don't have that. But we're getting ready to show through the scripture what it means for Jacob to actually possess his possessions,
Right.
for him to have ownership and control and
Mm-hmm.
dominion.
Yeah. And it says an item of property, something belonging to one.
That's right. Something that pertains to you. It belongs to you.
Right.
Yeah, this is something that belongs to you and nobody can't take it away from you.
No, they can't.
That's why we got to lay up our treasures in heaven.
That's right. So listen, heathen lovers, nothing you can do. That's why I just gotta say this before we start. I'm glad that it's up to the Most High that He's gonna recompense all the wicked and evilness that the heathens did to us.
Yeah.
It's not up to y'all because if it's up to y'all, y'all will let them slide. Because for some reason y'all got a tender heart for heathens. Y'all sitting there saying, not all the heathens. I can't say all the heathens. I don't want to. I don't want to say I hate this and hate man. It's not about hating. When you read the Most High word and he pronounced judgment on heathens, how is that hate? If the Most High say pronounce judgment on Moab, pronounce judgment on Esau, pronounce judgment on Ishmael, you saying that's hate? No, that's judgment.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was up to y'all, we'd never get we would never get relieved of this captivity that we in. Never. If it's up to y'all, because y'all heathen lovers, man.
And the hard bondage to where we were made to serve.
Right.
On why we need to enter or labor and to enter into his rest.
Yeah.
To understand what it means to, after you've labored, for you to take a break.
Right.
You know? And so that's what we're going to show you, that Jacob shall and will possess his possessions.
Yes, indeed.
We will take ownership.
Yeah.
We will have dominion. And
Yeah,
it's going to be everlasting dominion.
Yeah.
And it's not going to ever be destroyed or taken down.
Nope.
Never. Not one of the stakes is going to be broken.
Nope. Can't y'all see that these heathens are ruling over us?
Hmm.
Y'all don't see that?
Yeah.
And when the scriptures is letting us know that we're going to rule over them, y'all have a problem with that. And I'm going to say we got a problem with that. We got our people, they Israelites. I don't care if they some of they Christians or Muslims, they Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
They got a problem with it. Our people in the world got a problem with it. Mm-hmm. They got brothers and sisters who know the Israelites got a problem with it.
Yeah.
They got a brothers that say they Negroes only. They got a problem with the judgment, man. I'm gonna just let it be known. And you can't keep talking about it's camp this and camp that. It's written. The judgment is going to happen and pronounced on these heathens, and nothing you can do about it. It's nothing to do with no camp. It's what's written, man. And we're gonna show what's up.
And it's crazy that Israelites don't want their people to have ownership.
Right.
They just want them to be slaves and esclavos.
That's
which
it.
Means slaves.
Right.
In the Spanish tongue. They don't want them owning what the Most High gave them. And that's how the Father set it up, for us to be above.
Right.
Not to be equal.
Above.
Not to be beneath.
Nope.
He wanted us to be above because he has a conduct that's spiritual above all these man-made laws that causes you to sin and go astray from righteousness.
Right. So now we're about to get into it to show y'all what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob will possess his possession.
Yes,
Let me say that again.
He's going to take control and have a dominion.
Yes, indeed. Now we're going to start with Deuteronomy 33, 26 through 29. It says, "There's none like unto the God of Jeshurun."
You believe that?
Right. Do you believe that?
There's none like unto the God of Jeshurun.
Who rideth upon the heaven in thy help.
Yeah, see, he's a rider. He's the one who's riding for us.
Mm-hmm. Not no false brothers who's talking about falsehood and I'm not even gonna say what I want to say. I'm not even gonna say it. Yeah, the Most High is riding with
He's
us.
our rider.
He's our rider.
Yes, he gonna ride for us.
Right. And in his excellency on the sky.
That's right.
Oh, my bad. I skipped something. Let me read it again. Verse 26. Deuteronomy 34:26. There is none like unto the God of Jeshurun,
None.
who rideth upon the heaven and thy help, and in his excellency on the sky.
That's right. Our help.
27. The eternal God is thy refuge.
No, the temporary God, a false God.
The eternal God is thy refuge.
See that? That's where our refuge is. The eternal God.
Right. And
he lives forever.
Yes, he do. And underneath are the everlasting arms. And he shall thrust out the enemy.
That's right. Because he got the everlasting arms.
Right.
Nobody got arms like him.
No, they don't.
They don't got the coat of arms like he does. He's the Lord of hosts is his name.
Right. And he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee.
That's right.
And shall say, destroy them. not preserve them, not let them cleave. Destroy them.
That's what he gonna say.
That's what he gonna say. Now, what you
because
gonna?
He's the rider.
What you gonna say about this then? For you heathen lovers.
Since you gonna say that's hate speech because he's telling you what he gonna do.
That's what he gonna do. He didn't say some of them or not. That's what's gonna happen. 28. Israel then shall dwell in safety alone.
See that? Then that's when Israel is gonna join hand in hand, and we're gonna say Kumbaya, my Lord.
No. Then. It says Israel then shall dwell in safety alone.
Alone. We're not going to be ruled over by these people anymore. Do you understand that?
I understand.
No more being ruled over, being taken captive.
Right. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine.
You hear that? That's the fountain of Jacob. It's going to be on a land of what?
Corn and wine.
No, poverty.
Corn and wine. Goodness.
See that?
It says also his heavens shall drop down dew.
See that?
29. Happy art thou. Not sad and miserable because a heathen can't come in. Happy art thou. Because I know a lot of y'all saying like, oh man, why the heathens, they can't come in? I'm sad now. Because I thought the Hispanics, native Indians, I thought Caucasians, I thought everybody would be as spiritualism. No.
And I want to pass salvation to everybody.
Right, nah.
What type of a kingdom would have Israelites and only Israelites?
And only Israelites. Only black people. I can't see a kingdom like that. No, it's hate. No. Happy art thou, right? Why? There's a little younger that was had his two parents, and one of them was his father was black and his mother was Caucasian.
Hispanic.
Hispanic. Look in the mirror. He said he want to look like his father, and then she's like, "No, you mixed." He's like, "Why?" So yeah, no.
That's how y'all are when it comes to the Israelite kingdom. You don't want the Israelite kingdom.
You don't want that. So 29 says, "Happy art thou."
Happy.
Oh, Israel.
Oh, everybody.
Oh, Israel.
That's right.
Who is like unto thee?
Who's like unto you?
Who's like unto us, man?
Who? You tell us.
Let it be known.
Yeah, since y'all trying to put somebody up as great.
Right.
Who is like unto Israel? If you put a people and get right side by Israel, who's like unto Israel?
All right. Go to your anthropology, archaeology. Go to your, and read out these books and say who's like unto Israel.
Yeah, who?
Oh, people saved by the Lord.
See that? Saved by the Lord. Not saved by the bell on the Tell a Lot of Your Vision sitcom. Saved by who?
By the Lord.
By the Lord.
The shield of thy help.
That's right.
And who is the sword of thy excellency?
That's right. That's the sword of our excellency. That's who we boast in.
Right.
The sword of the Spirit. That's the shield of our excellency.
All day long. Oh, my bad. Hold up. Shaw the Benjamite says, Shalom, my sister and my brother. Shalom with you.
Big salute to you.
Hey, shalom to you. It says, and thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee.
You see that? Our enemies.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Archaeology? Anthropology?
Lies.
Lies. What else they got?
Biology.
Historians.
Lies.
What's the one you say?
Going to the moon.
Going to the moon. Lies. Enemies. All the ones you think is so smart and great. They're gonna be found. Let me read this again.
Jewish rabbis, the synagogue of Satan.
Right.
Lies.
And guess what he called it? It says, and thy enemies
shall
be found lies unto thee.
That's right.
And thou shalt tread upon their high places.
Because you're gonna find out that they were not telling the truth all this time.
Right.
They were living a lie. They rewrote history to be kind to them.
Right.
And they had lying historians,
Yeah.
lying scholars,
Yeah.
and people who's making up stuff, rewriting history to be kind to them, bringing in false images,
right?
Lying wonders.
Well, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I have we got historians,
mm-hmm.
we got the archaeology,
mm-hmm.
we got the anthropology,
yeah.
we have the science, and all that is telling us it says this.
But what does the word say about what our enemies are going to be?
And thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places.
And their high places is coming down. It's not going to be no more Jeremiah 14 where it says Judah is blackened to the ground.
Right.
His gates is languishing. No, your high places are coming down.
Yeah.
It's not going to be no Revelation 11:2 where it says you see an angel coming out to measure the altar and those who worship in there, and then you seeing a beast being made to give power to have war over, have war with us and overcome us, right? And then they're trampling on Jerusalem. Right. Now you seeing us get the victory.
That's right.
And tread on their high places.
Yeah.
And our enemies are going to be found liars to us.
They're not found liars, not scholars, not teachers, not no daggone
wise.
The wise men. They're going to be found liars.
Liars.
And y'all love these lying heathens, man. We love the prophets. Yes. We love the apostles. Yes. We love the Most High. We love His Son. We don't love no lying heathens, man.
No.
Y'all love falsehood.
And so you guys are saying, no, they're not going to be found liars because we love their false signs. Right. We love their false teachers. We love their false images. Right. We love their false gods. Right. We love their falsehood.
Right.
But according to Moses, when he wrote this chapter to tell us what the future is going to be looking like, it's that our enemies are going to be found liars. Liars, not truth tellers.
Truth tellers. Not because they some fake archaeology. Mm-hmm. Liars.
And Hollywood is not telling the truth.
Hollywood is
found liars.
Right.
Because look what they did to 10 Commandments, the movie 10 Commandments. They defaced our heritage.
Right.
They made the Egyptians Caucasian, and they made the Israelites Caucasian. So our enemies are going to be found liars.
Yeah. And guess what? We don't rock with none of y'all that love to lies, and I know y'all don't like us, and I don't care y'all don't like us. I know y'all don't like us. I don't care. Even people that be fake shaloming us, y'all are phony. Y'all don't like us, and I'm gonna call y'all out because I always say if you have a problem with us, call us. Y'all never do. Y'all, a lot of y'all phony and fake. Y'all don't like us because we crushing the lies of man, and we uplifting the Most High truth and uplifting Mashiach truth. Yeah. Y'all don't like that.
And that's
so it don't matter. That's our banner.
That's our banner. You know how people throw up signs? We throw up the Father and the Son.
Right. That's our banner, Slim. And that's how we rock.
That's right. And when he be lifted up, he gonna draw all the men of Israel. Because his flock are men.
Yeah.
And these men are godly. And they're gonna come out of Babylon.
Yes, indeed. So now we're gonna go to Jeremiah 10. I was going to skip it, but I'm gonna go right through it, 1 through 16, because it was certain points I want to get through. I'm gonna read all the way to 16.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So it says, "Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel."
See, now he's talking to the house of Israel.
Not talking to everybody else.
No,
the house of Israel.
That house.
Verse 2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
See that?
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Yeah, don't be dismayed with the signs of heaven. Don't be reading the stars, the moon, and all that to trying to get some knowledge.
Right. For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yeah.
Verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain.
No, the customs are righteous.
Vain.
The customs are vain.
For one cut up a tree out of the forest.
See that?
The work of the hands of the workmen.
That's vain right there.
With the axe.
Why are you doing that for? Why are you cutting a tree down?
Right. 4, they deck it with silver and gold.
You're decorating it.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
See that?
Verse 5, they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not.
See that? They don't even speak.
Right.
These trees are lifeless. They don't even speak.
Yeah, nothing in them. They must needs be born.
Yeah.
Because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good.
No, it ain't.
Verse 6, for as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord.
That's right. None like unto our Lord.
Now we're gonna talk about what's life.
That's right.
We just talk about a false tree. They represent that fake Christmas and all that garbage. Now we're gonna talk about what's life, because it said that tree has nothing. Yeah. There's nothing in it.
It can't even walk. That's why they said they carry it about. They don't have legs to walk.
Right.
Once you cut that tree and uproot it from wherever you get it from, where's the legs for it to walk?
Right.
It can't.
Can't.
You carrying it.
Right. So 6 says, for as much as there is none like unto thee,
None.
O Lord.
That's right.
Thou art great.
Yes, he is.
And thy name is great in might.
Yes, it is.
7. Who would not fear thee?
Yeah, who ain't gonna fear him?
O King of nations.
That's right. He's a king of nations.
For to thee does it appertain, for as much as among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there's none like unto thee.
You can go to all the kingdoms and none compares.
So you can sit there and say, oh, Edom, he provide this. Or Moab provide that. It's none like unto the king, the Most High.
That's right.
None. You can't sit. How you gonna sit there and say they give us this and give us that? The Most High give us all this.
That's right.
He's the one that put the people
in position
to do what they do.
To have a dominion.
I'm not giving them no credit for nothing.
Nothing. The Most High is the one who set it up.
He's the one that set it up.
And he gives it to whomever he wills.
You daggone right.
We're not going to give no glory to somebody who's boasting in themselves, saying our hand is high.
Right.
The Lord didn't do all of this.
Right.
The Lord did do all of this.
Right.
Everything under the heavens, he did do it.
Yes, he did. And read it again. Jeremiah 10:7.
Yes.
Who will not fear thee,
yes,
O King of nations?
That's right.
For to thee does it appertain.
Yeah.
For as much as among all the wise men of the nations.
And all their wise. Go get them all.
Bring all them the wise men of the nations.
All of them.
Well, y'all think so wise?
So wise and prudent.
It says, and in all their kingdoms.
In all the kingdoms that they had and ruled and governed.
There's none like unto thee.
None. Not one of them.
None of us like to the Most High.
None of them.
What y'all talking about?
So why are you looking up to them like that? The Almighty and the all omnipotent.
Oh well, I was reading something that said they could have spaceships come here. I read something they went to the moon. I read something that said they could open portals. I read something they said they could control the weather. I read something. No,
none.
Y'all giving them glory, like y'all giving these heathens glory. They're not the Most High.
No, they're not.
What's wrong with y'all? Verse 8. But they are altogether brutish.
Every last one of them all together are brutish.
And foolish.
And they foolish.
The stock is a doctrine of vanity.
And all of what they're into is vanity.
Wait a minute. I had to write this down. It said definition of vanities.
Let's get that.
Now I got to write what vanities mean.
So y'all want to uplift these people
right
higher than what they ought to. A man ought not to think himself higher than he ought to.
Right.
That's why you got to charge the high-minded. That charge these people that they be not high-minded.
Yep.
Because they're too puffed up in their minds, thinking that there's something when they're nothing.
Right. Vanity says, this definition says excessive pride.
See that?
And or admiration of one's own appearance or achievements.
And that's what they're into. Their pride deceives them.
It says conceit, self-conceit, narcissism, self-love, self-regard.
And that's what they're
pride, arrogance. So all this is saying they
own conceit.
They boast in themselves, not the Most High.
They're wise in their own conceit.
Yeah.
They're not giving glory to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Not in.
So that's what vanity is. They're wise in their own conceits.
Yeah.
They're not glorying the Heavenly Father.
No, they ain't.
They're not giving him his glory and his praise.
They ain't. It says, but they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities.
It's a doctrine of vanities. Everything that they bring forth, their philosophies, their rudiments, is a stock of what?
Vanities.
Vanities.
Yeah. 9. Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Euphaz, the work of the workman, and of the hands of the founder.
See that?
Blue and purple is their clothing. They are all the work of cunning men.
That's what it is. They're getting all this merchandise from cunning men, from the ships of Tarshish, the ships of Spain.
And check it out. It's letting you know that all these people that's doing this work is all vanity.
It's all vanity.
Even though you say, oh, well, Tarshish, they have all this. We got to go to them to get this. We got to go to them to get that. It's vanity, man.
They're our supplier. They're our distributor.
Come on, man.
You don't want to say nothing about them.
Right. It's vanity, man.
It doesn't matter that they're idol worshipers.
Right. It don't matter that. It don't matter idol worship. It don't matter they are some blasphemers. It don't matter that. Verse 10. It says, but the Lord is the true God.
That's right. No matter what they're doing from the ships of Tarshish.
Right. He is the living God.
Yes, he is. He lives.
and an everlasting king.
That's right. He reigns.
At his wrath,
what?
The earth should tremble.
That's what's going to happen.
And the nations should not be able to abide in his indignation.
None of them.
So how you going to say they're going to stand? They ain't going to abide in his indignation.
They ain't going to be able to stand. Who going to be able to stand? Who?
Right. 11. Thus shall you say unto them, the gods with a lowercase g, they have not
G's.
made the heavens and the earth.
The little g's did not make the heaven and the earth.
Right.
They didn't make the heaven and the earth. So what are y'all talking about?
Right.
So that dismisses all y'all's disclaimers of trying to boast in somebody, your top favorite tabernacle heathen.
Right.
The little g's did not make the heaven and the earth.
No, they didn't.
None of them.
Nope. Even they should perish from the earth.
You see that? All of them are going to meet their tombstone.
You see that the Most High knew they was going to have some people boasting saying they made the heavens and earth. He said go perish, man.
Yeah.
He already knew that.
They're going to try to uplift themselves above the throne of the Father. But he's going to cast all that down.
Yes. Even they should perish from the earth.
Yes.
And from under these heavens.
That's right. From what you see now, giving you rulership.
Yeah.
See that? From these heavens that we see. So you saw how the old world perished, and now we're living in this current world. And you know Yahushua made the worlds.
Yes, indeed.
You see that in Hebrews chapter 1, just in case you don't understand. Go read Hebrews chapter 1, and you'll see what the Son of God did.
Right.
In order to contribute and help, the Father lay these foundations.
Yes, indeed.
Which are all out of course.
Out of course.
Man. All of them are.
Because this wickedness that's ruling right now.
Every last kingdom is out of course. Every foundation.
Yeah.
Because all of y'all are idol worshipers.
Idol worshipers, man.
And you're not founded on a rock.
No, they ain't. 13. When he uttereth his voice.
Yes, his voice.
See there's that? A multitude. Yeah, go ahead.
His voice.
Yeah, his voice.
He got a voice.
Not the anthropology, not the archaeology, not
your
voice.
Trees.
None of that.
Your all the little stuff that your Bohemian groves.
Right, I'm gonna keep
none
saying
of your
that.
groves.
I'm gonna keep saying that. Not the fake Illuminati.
None of
their voice. When he uttered his voice.
His voice.
There's a multitude of waters.
Yes, it is.
In the heavens.
Powerful.
And he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends.
That's what he does.
Of the earth.
That's right.
He maketh lightness with rain.
That's him doing that.
And bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures.
That's exactly what's going on out of his treasures.
It's powerful. Not these heathens. They ain't powerful. They weak. Y'all boasting in them and trying to act like they just so powerful. They got all this technology. They can make. They can make a. They can
push a button.
They push a button and blow everything up.
Right.
Then you boasting these heathen bastards saying they can make people that's not people. They can
cloning, they saying
cloning and all this.
Damnable doctrines of devils.
Sick, man.
Nobody can imitate what the Father did. The only thing you do is just make yourself look good when you're a gosh dang liar.
Right.
You have your father the devil.
That's what you are.
Truth is not in you.
Ain't he? 14.
Y'all gonna bow down to this God.
Oh yeah, you gonna bow down one way or the other.
When you meet his wrath, that's when you guys are gonna say, "Oh, help us, Lord!"
Right.
And y'all gonna be running for the hills.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell the mountains and the hills to cover you and hide you, because you're gonna meet his indignation.
Yes, indeed.
Because he gonna get his glory.
Oh yeah.
He gonna get it.
Yes, indeed. Jeremiah 10:14. Every man is brutish.
No, some men.
Every man is brutish.
Nah, not everybody. Can't be
everybody. Man is brutish.
In what? What's he brutish in?
In his knowledge.
In his knowledge. Your knowledge is bootleg. It's counterfeit.
Right. Every founder is confounded by the graven image.
You see that? Because that right there, it goes back. You're not found on the rock. You're going to be, because when he tries you and sees what you're founded on, you're founded on what?
They found it by the graven image.
By your graven images. Y'all about graven images.
Right.
Y'all not about the Father and the Son.
No, they ain't. For his molten image is falsehood.
Your molten image is what?
Falsehood.
Falsehood. Not truth. Not the spirit of truth. Falsehood. The spirit of error. Lies.
Right. And there is no breath in them.
No breath in your molten image. Falsehood.
Right. 15. They are vanity.
Yeah.
And the work of errors.
Yeah.
In the time of their visitation.
What's going to happen?
They shall perish.
See that? When y'all get visited, y'all not going to stand. You're going to perish.
Right. And remember, if y'all remember, we brought out Deuteronomy 33 in the beginning. This is going to tell you right here. 16. It says the portion of Jacob is not like them.
No, it ain't.
We not like them.
No. We the apple of his eye. So it don't matter what heathen that you go examine.
Right.
And when it's look at it as special, the portion of Jacob is not what?
like them.
Like them as you heathens.
For he is the former of all things.
All things, the former of all things, even though y'all don't want to say that we did anything. Black inventions, y'all didn't do that.
Right.
The people of God, that ain't you.
Right.
Where's your God?
That's
You're an outcast.
That's what they saying.
That's what y'all saying. But the Lord is telling us that Jacob was the former of what?
For he is the former of all things.
All things. All things.
Right.
See that? You see why they had to come in with the pen and change it?
They had to change it.
And make it say, no, we're great over here. We did this. No, you're not. You didn't do that. You're a thief and a robber. And a liar. Your molten image is falsehood. That's
what it is. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance.
That's his rod. So don't sit up there and say that the heathen is our whooping stick. No. Israel is the rod of his inheritance.
That's right. The Lord of hosts is his name.
The Lord of armies is his name. The Lord of hosts is his name. So you're going to big salute the Lord of hosts because that's his name. Not these little weak armies that you see now.
No, them armies is weak, man.
The army of the Lord, the army of heaven.
Yeah.
That army.
That's the true army.
The Lord of hosts is his name. Yep. Understand. He is the army.
Yes, indeed. And from there we go to Malachi 1:14.
All right.
It says, but cursed be the deceiver.
Nah, don't do that. Bless him. Bless these deceivers.
But cursed be the deceiver.
Nah, it's just a different ideology. They're just giving you different choices.
Cursed be the deceiver.
Did you hear that? The Father does not bless deceivers.
No, he don't.
It said, cursed be the devil. Cursed be Lucifer. Cursed be the deceiver.
Be the deceiver, which have in his flock a male.
See that?
And voweth.
Oh, but it's a male. Okay, let's look about this male. And vow what?
And sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing.
You gonna sacrifice to the Lord a corrupt thing?
That's what they try to do.
Israel, please, come on.
For I am a great king.
He's a great king.
Saith the Lord of hosts.
That's what he's saying.
And my name is pleasant. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I think I'm reading wrong. And my name is dreadful among the heathen. It's dreadful. But niggas is talking about, oh no, the heathens can come and they can cleave, they can do. He says his name is dreadful among the heathen, not pleasant. I'm gonna believe you or what's written. His name is dreadful among the heathen. Get out of here.
They don't know this guy. This is an unknown God.
He's
you don't know the
y'all
God.
Y'all do not know the Most High.
Isaac and
He's
Jacob.
Unknown to you, man. But y'all trying to teach like y'all know something. He's unknown to you, man.
Dreadful among the heathen.
It says dreadful. that's not pleasant. You know what dreadful? Look up dreadful in Hebrew, Greek, Italian,
Pig Latin,
American.
Look it up.
All the languages. Look what dreadful means.
Yeah, look it all
and
up.
Tell me what that means.
Yeah. Look it in whatever you want. You can even look it up in the Ebonics.
Right,
look it up.
Ebonics.
Look it up in that language too.
Yeah,
and you're gonna find out what dreadful is.
It says his name is dreadful.
Yes.
Not pleasant among the heathens. So yeah, right. Then we go to 2nd Ezra 6:59.
That's right.
This is small, right? 6:59 say, okay, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
That's a good question. If the world was made for our sakes, this is talking about Jacob, the former of all things, then why what?
It says, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Then why don't we possess an inheritance with the world? Where's our ownership? Where's our rulership?
Right.
We don't want to be bondman and bondwoman to a heathen and bear their shame.
No, we don't.
Because Leviticus 25:44 says, all thy bondmen and bondmaids shall be of the heathen.
That's right.
So where's our ownership to possess them?
Right.
And our land? Where is it at? That's the question with the world. The world that the Father made for us without end. Where is it at? Because look what's going on now. Look what we see now. Israel is being ruled over.
Well, guess what? A lot of our people that love heathens, they don't care about that.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't care about that.
They love to have it so. They want to conform to this wicked world.
But guess what? Our ancestors and us, we truly serve, we can.
And they ask this question.
Right.
They want to know, where's our inheritance?
If the world now be made for our sakes,
sakes,
why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Yeah, why not?
So if we don't possess the inheritance world,
Yeah.
how can y'all sit there and say Latin America is our possession? How can you sit there and say Africa is what we inherited?
Any
Our
place.
ancestors wasn't talking about that.
No.
It was only a spot the Most High gave us.
Zion.
That's it.
Zion.
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else.
And
so when y'all talk about Africa and y'all talk about Latin America, y'all don't really believe what's written because that's not our dwelling place.
No.
What are y'all talking about?
It's Mount Zion, y'all, because our world without end was prophesied to come. So we want to know where our ownership is because the way things are looking. So you don't want to go by what it looks like.
Right.
You want to go by what the word is telling us that's going to come to pass. So he's asking a brilliant question. Where's our ownership?
If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
And he knew that the world was made for us.
Right.
Not for them. For
not
us.
For them.
For Israelites. This world was given to us, the righteous to rule.
Right. That's why we always, when we go to John 3:16, we talk about what that world is.
We sure do.
So, you know, so stop playing games.
Stop playing. You know we're talking about that world without end.
Right.
You know that you know that world.
Right.
If you don't know, go to Isaiah 45, verse 17.
And it'll tell you.
And it'll tell you what the world is.
Right. And then Ezra says, how long shall this endure?
Yeah, how long? How long? How long is we being ruled over by our enemies? How long is this going to endure? Where's our ownership? Right. Where's our inheritance? The world was made for our sake, and we're supposed to be above in a holy nation. How long? How long is this going to endure?
Right.
How long? And that is a question that God answered. See, but we got to keep the faith and patience of the saints.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We got to.
Got to.
You got to have patience with the Lord.
Our brothers ask questions. Now, guess what? All the prophets and everybody allowed each other. So now it's about to get shown what's up.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're going to Deuteronomy 9, 1-5. It says, hear, O Israel.
That's right. And everybody else.
Hear, O Israel.
All right, so he's talking to the house of Israel, all 12 tribes, including the house of Joseph.
Thou art to pass over Jordan this day.
Okay.
To go and to possess nations.
Ooh, to go and possess nations.
And remember, we read that definition of possess means.
Oh, yeah.
It says to possess nations greater and mightier than thyself.
Yes.
Cities great and fenced up to heaven.
That's right. Built up, strong, defensed.
Yeah.
High towers.
Yes, indeed. Verse 2, a people. Now peep this. It says a people. Great and tall, the children of the Anakims.
Nah, it's not people. It's just some unknown species. Nah, people. We going into alien territory.
No.
Aliens, y'all.
No, we're going into half human.
Yes.
No, I believe it's aliens.
I believe it's ET. And let's go phone some home. Yeah. Somebody get some of them aliens.
We're going to ET phone home. Yes. No, it says a people.
A people. Do you understand that?
Great and tall.
Great and tall. Just because they tall don't make them an alien.
I believe different species, man. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
They might be different species because the Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees.
But you know, even though God and the Most High told us how they created,
right?
But we still gonna say, nah, they came up with another creation.
Yeah, even though the Most High said His creation, what it was, I don't believe that. I believe that it was a different creation. So I don't believe in the Most High what He said. I believe something else.
Even though all people come out of Adam,
right,
including His chosen people,
right. Verse 2, it says a people.
A people.
Great and tall.
Great and tall.
The
people.
Children of the Anakims.
So the Anakims was great and they was tall.
Whom thou knowest. And of whom thou hast heard say.
Yeah.
Who can stand before the children of Anak?
Yeah. So that, so the children of Anak, they were tall, they were mighty.
So they are like, who can mess with us?
Yeah.
We tall and great.
And mighty and all that.
Because they was just tall, man.
Yeah, and valiant and all that.
Verse 3. Understand therefore this day that the Lord thy God is He which goeth over before thee.
Yeah.
As a consuming fire.
See that? That's how it don't matter how tall and great they are. Understand this day that our God is what?
A consuming fire.
A consuming fire.
He should destroy them.
That's what's gonna happen.
And He should bring them down before thy face.
That's right.
So shall thou drive them out.
Yeah.
And destroy them quickly.
So who cares how tall and great they are?
Right.
So don't you come back bringing no evil report to have people trembling.
Right.
When we got a consuming fire. Our God is a consuming fire.
Yeah, He is. and he shall bring them down before thy face.
That's right.
So shalt thou drive them out and destroy them quickly.
Yes.
Guess what? As the Lord have said unto thee.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High never said it was different species.
No,
He said it was just men
people.
that was tall, a people.
Yeah, a
That's
people.
it.
Tall and great.
That's it.
Yeah, and that was the city that he had them go and look at, because the Lord has given us our property, our land, our inheritance, so that we could possess the land.
Yeah.
So we could be fruitful and multiply.
That's right.
So we could serve our God, because we just coming out of Egypt.
Right.
He already judged them, brought them down, and then he said, we're gonna get our possessions.
That's indeed.
Didn't he tell Abraham that his seed would be a stranger in the land that wasn't theirs? But then when they come out, they're going to come out with great possessions.
Yes, it did.
Great possessions.
Right.
Not just here, take this little trinket and get up out of here. No. Great possessions.
Right.
Because this is our Heavenly Father looking out for us.
Yeah.
And that's why he went over that city and saw what was there. Because he created those people in that city.
Right.
But he was going to give it to us. He created those people.
Not different species.
No angel came down and started sleeping with women.
No, that's a damn myth. It's a lie. It's sci-fi.
Yes. It's science fiction. Those were people.
Right.
And the Lord went over there and told us to go up in there and look.
Right.
And then, so I don't know why y'all trying to bring a false report.
They love to lie.
Yeah, they love to lie. And they want us trembling at man.
Yeah, they do.
See that? You just want us to tremble. So I guess if you pump them up as something that they're not, then maybe people start shaking.
Probably so.
Because they're not scared and trembling at the Father.
Right. So Deuteronomy 9, we go to 4. Speak not thou in thine heart.
Mm-hmm.
After that, the Lord thy God have cast them out from before thee, saying, for my righteousness the Lord have brought me in to possess this land.
Mm-hmm.
But for the wickedness of these nations, the Lord does drive them out before thee. So he said they was wicked. The wickedness of nations drove them out. Verse 5.
And he didn't want us to be lifted up, because you could do that. You could, you can get puffed up in that.
And say that was me.
And say that it was you, instead of looking at what the Father is doing. So yes, they were great and they were mighty. They were great and tall. But when you get in there, don't do what? Because we got to touch on that too, because people can do that. And they start getting
speak not thou in thine heart.
In your heart.
After that, the Lord thy God have cast them out from before thee.
So once he casted them out, and then all of a sudden you're going to start saying, don't think this.
For my righteousness, the Lord have brought me in to possess this land.
It's my righteousness that brought me up in there.
But for the wickedness of these nations, the Lord does drive them out from before thee.
You hear that? So anybody that understands, if you're, from Ham, to understand on why y'all got kicked out, and then why he's putting his people in there. And he's telling his people, I don't want your heart to be lifted up. And he's telling Ham, in this case, Anak, that they got to get out because they're wicked.
Wicked, yeah.
Because when the Lord finds iniquity, you got to go.
Yes,
I don't care who you are. Our Father is not a respecter of persons in judgment.
Right. And it's going to say right here, verse 5. Not for thy righteousness or for the uprightness of thine heart does thou go to possess their land.
Their land.
But for the wickedness of these nations.
Because of the wickedness of these nations.
The Lord thy God does drive them out from before thee.
That's why he did that.
And that he may perform the word which the Lord sware unto thy fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
See that? So he can perform what he told Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah.
He wasn't lying to them, even though they didn't see that day. But they believed afar off, and they judged the Father faithful that he was able to bring it to pass. Because he called it as though it wasn't. He already had said what he was going to do, and Abraham believed. He believed what the Father said he was going to do. And here we are reading about what the Father is doing, what he told Abraham before he yielded up the ghost.
Yeah.
He didn't lie.
No, he didn't.
He made good his promise.
Oh, yeah. And
that's one thing. Our Father is not a liar.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely not a liar. He's not a man we could lie. So,
nah, he don't lie. And that's what he's doing right here in these chapters.
And
he's making good his word that he gave to Abraham to pass to Isaac, to pass down to Jacob, to pass down to children of Israel. And there's children's children.
Yeah. And we're going to show more. Deuteronomy 11, 22 through 25.
All right.
22 says, for if ye shall diligently keep all these commandments which I command you, to do them, to love the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways.
Not some of them.
To walk in all his ways.
All his ways. He wants you to be just like him. He wants you to be holy just like he is. Yeah. It's like he told the priesthood. Be ye perfect as I'm perfect.
Right. And to cleave unto him.
Yeah.
23. Not cleave unto the heathen, cleave to him. 23.
Why don't you go to that cleaving
Yeah,
scripture?
go this cleave.
Yeah,
Unto
go to that part where
cleave
it's,
unto him.
cleave unto your Lord, your
Right.
God.
23. Then will the Lord drive out all these nations from before you,
Then that's when he'll drive out your enemies, these nations before you.
and he shall possess greater nations and mightier than yourselves.
That's right.
24. Every place wherein the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours.
You hear that? Mightier than thou. So that you don't have to boast in your own might.
Yeah.
Because what's the point of boasting in your might? All just to see your tombstone.
Right.
We were created to give praises to the Father. And he inhabits the praises of his children.
Yeah. And
whether we speak it or sing it.
Right. And this is showing when we obey the Most High, he's going to give us to possess these people and the land. That's what it's showing right here. And he says,
and he gonna do it. He gonna drive them out.
That's what it says.
I don't care how mighty they are.
Right. Then with verse 23, Leviticus 11:23. No, Deuteronomy, my bad. Deuteronomy 11:23.
Mm-hmm.
Then will the Lord drive out all these nations from before you.
All of them.
And ye shall possess greater nations and mightier than yourselves.
That's right.
So they're going to get possessed.
That's right.
It's telling you, 24. Every place wherein the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours.
That's right. Wherever your feet treads.
Right. From the wilderness in Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even unto the uttermost sea shall your coast be.
That's right.
So we're going to take them over, and the Most High going to put it on us to take over and possess the land and the peoples.
And then we're going to magnify our God from our border. It's not going to be magnified from the border of wickedness.
No, it ain't.
The people whom the Lord has indignation forever.
It ain't. 25. There shall no man be able to stand before you.
Yes.
You know why? For the Lord your God shall lay the fear of you and the dread of you upon all the land that ye should tread upon.
That's right.
As he have said unto you. So the Most High gonna do that to where our enemies ain't gonna have no might, and we're gonna tread upon them. That's what's gonna happen.
And they're not gonna be able to stand before us. That's what he's doing right here. In the blessing, our enemies could not stand before us.
Right.
Because he put that fear on them to fear us.
Right.
To think twice before they think they're gonna come into a defense city.
Yes,
where we're running it. Where our men, our princes from Israel is dominating.
Right. Now y'all see, we were showing y'all the example, right? We were showing y'all the example of what's going on. Now we're gonna show you about more into the possession. Hold on, we'll see. Momo says, Shalom. Shalom, Momo.
Hey, how you doing out there?
Gentoo says, Shalom, family. Hey, shalom to
Hi. Yeah.
Now we're about to show you Leviticus 25, 35 to 46. Leviticus 25, 35.
All right.
It says, and if thy brother be waxing poor and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him.
If you're who?
Brother.
Wait, what about Moab?
Brother.
Wait, what about Esau?
And if thy brother.
Wait, what about the Cushites?
If thy brother.
See that? You see how that's disruptive? We're talking about our brother, and you want to bring everybody into this.
Right.
And if thy brother do what?
And if thy brother be waxing poor and fallen in decay with thee,
yes,
then thou shalt relieve him. Yea, though he be a stranger.
No, you tell him to pull himself up by his own bootstraps.
Though he be a stranger.
Though he be a stranger.
You have to understand, we strangers too, man.
Yes, we are.
Or a sojourner. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wait a minute. What about everybody else sojourning?
The heathens are strangers, sojourners? No, that brother. It says, if thy brother be waxing poor and fallen in decay with thee, and thou shalt relieve him, yea, though he be a stranger or a sojourner.
See that?
Your brother is a stranger and sojourner.
Yes, if he is coming around you as a sojourner.
Right.
If he's coming around you as a stranger. Because you already know we had 12 tribes.
Right.
12 tribes. So if your brother fall into decay and your brother becomes a sojourner and he's coming over there poor
and
he's coming over there a stranger because that's not his territory. Because remember, he gave all the 12 tribes their lands from the south all the way to the north.
It says that he may live with thee.
That he may live with you.
36. Take thou no usury of him.
See that? Don't take usury from him. Don't charge him interest. Like, for instance, $300. He's borrowing $300 from you. And you say, well, I'm going to charge you 20% on that $300. You can't do that.
Can't do that.
You got to exact him from whatever he borrowed.
Exactly what he gave to you.
So if he let you borrow $300,
you
can either
pay
say,
back
hey, you know what, I'm going to forgive you.
Either let it go, or
yes.
he got to pay exactly what it is.
That's it. But you can't charge usury, which usury, all that is interest.
Yeah.
On that money that you would let that person borrow from you, your brother. No usury.
Because it's going to let you know about what's going on with this. But the heathens do that. We don't supposed to do that.
We don't do that. We don't.
It says, thou shalt not give him, hold on. It says, take thou not usury of him, or increase, but fear thy God, that thy brother may live with thee.
That's right.
37.
Because you're gonna break his arm off. He ain't gonna be able to survive.
Right.
Because after he's paying all that interest, he ain't gonna be able to catch up.
Right. That's too much.
That's too much. That's why you gotta be righteous exactors. He'll never get out of debt like that.
Nah.
If you put usury on top of what he owes you.
Right.
You'll never get out of decay. You'll never get out of debt.
This is a law we supposed to be how we supposed to treat each other.
Treat each other. That's
37.
how we ruled ourselves in the kingdom, which is a righteous law.
Yep. 37. Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury, nor lend him thy victuals for increase.
Mm-hmm. See that?
38.
You got to give him free food.
Right. I am the Lord your God, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt.
That's right.
To give you the land of Canaan.
See that?
And to be your God.
So if he can give to us, we can give to each other in our times of need.
Right.
So when we're poor and needy.
Right. 39. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bond servant.
Yeah, you can't. That's not your property. That's your brother.
Right.
So if he's compelled to work for you just so that he can get back on his feet, you can't compel him to be that's your bond servant. Because the heathen is your bond servant.
Yeah, it's going to tell you. 40. But as an hired servant.
That's all. He's just working for you like an employer.
And as a sojourner.
That's it, a sojourner.
Not a heathen.
No.
Your brother is a sojourner.
That's the sojourner that comes around you and cleaves to your skirt.
Right. He should be with thee.
That's the one.
This
Those
ain't
are the
talking
10
about no heathen.
that's going to cleave to you to be strangers and sojourners with Judah.
Right. So stop trying to put heathens in.
Yes. We're going into Zechariah and turning that into wormwood.
You're right. It says, but as an hired servant and as a sojourner,
yes,
he should be with thee.
That's right.
And he should serve thee until the year of Jubilee.
That's right.
41. Then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him.
So you see that? So these people who's calling themselves Jews and are not, but the synagogue of Satan, they're lending on usury.
Yeah, they are. But they are.
I just want to say that.
I know.
It just came to my mind. They're not the people of the book. It came to my mind. They're not the people of the book. So they're not even, if they're saying that this is their law and they follow the Torah, they're not following that.
We know this ain't it.
That ain't them. That's the synagogue of Satan.
Yeah, this ain't them people. Them people wicked.
They lending on usury.
Right.
And y'all bragging about them giving wine and all that mess.
Man.
And fringes and all that. That's a shame.
Man, them people are wicked. Them people are only here to because we disobeyed the Most High and they was put over us. That's it. But guess what? They got a judgment coming to them. They're not going to escape all the wickedness they did.
But this is Jacob's laws.
Yeah,
these are possessions.
Yeah, we're gonna show it.
This is how we set it up, and they don't run the society like that. No. I hear people say out there that they funded the slave trade, but I just want to say, if they're keeping Torah and they're teaching you line upon line and precept upon precept, they didn't. Why is it that they're lending on usury? They're not. You
know why? Because they are not us. They heathens.
Yeah.
And they wicked. That's why they're doing that. We got laws. They don't have laws. They're lawless.
They lawless.
That's why.
Because the Lord told us in our blessing that we would lend and people would borrow from us.
Right. That's
we wouldn't borrow. But out there, they're lending and they lending on usury.
We know that.
They're lending on usury. They're not the people of the book.
Hell no. And we know that. Come on, man.
They don't keep this.
That's ain't no secret.
They read the Kabbalah.
Yeah, they do. Let me see where I'm at.
And the Talmud, which is trash.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm at let me see where I'm at. Leviticus 25. Let me see.
Wizards and sorcerers.
I'm at 25 and I'm going to go back to 40.
Yeah.
But as an high servant and as a sojourner, he should be with thee and should serve thee until the year of Jubilee.
That's right.
41. And then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him.
Then he gonna depart because you gotta let him go because you can't make a bond servant out of him.
And shall return to his own family,
his own house, his own family, his own tribe.
And to the possession of his fathers shall he return.
See that? The possession of his father. So that is the mystery that's going to tell you what it means that 10 men out of every language or country is going to cleave to the skirt of a Jew. That's right. What that means. It's going into that. What that law is. Leviticus 25. What verse is that?
That was verse 41.
And you see 41? Read that one part again. So you can
and
see.
then shall he depart from thee.
Then you're going to depart
both
from thee.
He and his children
both
with
he
him.
And his children with him.
And shall return to his own family.
His own family.
And unto the possession of his fathers shall he return.
And the possession to his father. So Issachar goes to Issachar. Gad goes to Gad. Reuben goes to Reuben. Dan goes to Dan. Naphtali goes to Naphtali. Asher, Zebulun, all of them. They go back to where they're from, not to be serving you. Because they're going to go back and serve God with their own household. Because they're the king and the prince of their own castle. They're just coming to you as a hired servant so they can work. So they can get themselves back on their feet so they can go right back home. So they're sojourning with you for a little bit as a hired bond servant. Then they're going to go right back to their tribe, right back to their family, serving the Father. Because the Father called us out of Egypt so we can serve him. Not so that we can enslave each other like how the Egyptians did. The Father took us out of the house of bondage. And he called his son out of Egypt to come serve him. Not so that we can oppress each other.
Nope. So
he delivered us out of that. Yeah. He said, we're not going to see that no more the way Egypt ran it. Y'all ain't going to live like that. So y'all help each other. He can come work for you, make his little money, and then go back to his tribe.
Yeah.
If he's Naphtali can get what he needs to for his family, and then go back and live at his own gate, at his own house, and eat his bread and take care of his family. And that's how the Father set this up.
Yeah.
Not so that we can put each other in debt.
And
keep each other in bondage like the Egyptians did us for 400 plus years.
All right, so where I'm at, let me see.
This is our Heavenly Father talking, y'all.
42.
This ain't man and his evil, pernicious ways.
Now, Leviticus 25:42. For they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt.
That's right. We're his servants.
They should not be sold as bondmen.
That's right.
Now we about to get to it right here. 43. Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shall fear thy God.
That's right.
Now here we go right here. 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids
should be Israelites,
which they shall have, shall be of the heathen.
That's right.
That are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. So those are the ones who's supposed to be bondmaids and bondmen and bondmaids. Not us.
That's our possession.
That's the possession.
Forever.
Yep, 45. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy.
So this is another set of strangers. So you got to know how to rightly divide which stranger is what. Because you can refer to a heathen as a stranger, and you can refer to Israel as a stranger.
Well, this has been
a sojourner as us or as them. So in this case,
this has been clear.
Yeah,
this is telling you. This is clear. This is not
real clear. It's not a mystery.
It says, moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy.
That's right.
And of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they should be your possession.
That's right.
So the sojourners y'all talking about, they're the ones we should buy, and they're going to be our possession.
That's right.
46. And you should take them as an inheritance for your children after you.
No, you should take them as your equal and then say, you're spiritual Israel.
And you should take them as an inheritance for your children after you. So the strangers, sojourners, those ones is going to be an inheritance for our children after us.
And we're going to give them down our children too.
It says they should be your bondmen forever.
That's right.
But over your brethren, the children of Israel,
that's right.
You should not rule one over another with rigor. So they're going to be our possession because it was written in the law. That's what it was meant to be. Them and their children was meant to be a possession for us. Let me read it again in case you just say you didn't get it. Leviticus 25, And I'm going to 45. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you,
and their families,
which they begat in your land, and they should be your possession.
And see, notice that in your land. And right now, we're not in our land. So you can't use that verse to say you're sojourners.
Nah.
And the reason why you can't use that because you're not in your land.
Right. A sojourner goes to somebody else's land.
Yeah.
Now we bondmen, we in somebody else's land.
Yeah.
And it says 46, and ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you.
That's right.
To inherit them for possession. They should be your bondman forever.
That's right.
But over your brethren, the children of Israel, you should not rule one over another with rigor.
Can't do it.
So all these heathens that y'all saying Cleveland, they are our possession for us and our children forever. That's what's written. Yeah. You can't get past that. No, and that's what they're gonna be. Yeah. And we're gonna go to more of it. We're gonna Obadiah. That's our possession, man. You can't escape it. You can't get around it.
Yeah, as much as y'all want to, it don't matter if you went to school with them, you work with them.
I don't care what you did with them.
You see them at the stores, you do the meet and greets. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It don't matter.
And guess what? It's the Most High word.
It's His word.
We reading out His word. We're not reading what we think. This is the Most High word. So what you gonna say? The Most High is hateful?
Yeah.
The Most High is racist. The Most High.
He don't know what He's talking about.
You know what He's talking about? What you gonna say?
Is that what you gonna do? Yeah, right.
Then we go to Obadiah 1:15 through 21.
So far we're establishing Jacob is gonna possess his possessions.
Yeah.
And that's one of them. The heathens.
The heathens, yeah.
Forever. And for our children's children.
Right.
Forever.
15 say, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it should be done unto thee.
I don't think they heard that. The day of the Lord is upon who?
All.
Nah, son.
All of the heathen.
Wait a minute, but why is he calling them heathen?
Because that's who they are.
Because that's what they were created to do, be idol worshipers.
Yeah. Pagans, godless.
Atheists, fools, saying there's no God.
Right. It says for the day, right, of the Lord is upon the day, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
All of them.
As thou hast done.
Nah, that's not. No. This can't be.
As thou hast done, it should be done unto thee.
But the heathens don't do nothing to Jacob. They don't offend.
As thou hast done, it should be done unto thee.
They don't do nothing to nobody but just go to work and take care of families.
Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
You can't change it, y'all.
16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain. Why y'all niggas don't talk about that?
Yeah.
As you have drunk upon a holy mountain.
Bloodthirsty.
Right. So should all the heathen drink continually.
And that's what they're doing. They're drinking and helping for affliction.
Yea, they should drink and they should swallow down.
And that's what they're doing.
And they should be as though they had not been.
And that's why these bloodsuckers are vampire millionaires. Because they were impoverished.
But upon Mount Zion.
But upon who?
Mount Zion shall be deliverance.
Nah, it can't be. Somebody else got to go. Someone got to help the heathen out.
Upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance.
Deliverance. You understand that?
And there should be holiness.
And holiness. Something that y'all think is a kryptonite.
Right.
Holiness.
And the house of Jacob shall possess
his what?
Their possessions.
But I didn't think that nothing was left of them in the siege.
And there should be holiness, and the house of Jacob should possess their possessions.
You see that?
And we let this up. We let y'all know that the possession is the heathens. They was made to be our bondmen and bondwomen, and their children was in the inheritance of our children forever. And we showed that.
And the throne of David.
We showed that.
Rulership.
Right.
Ownership.
Yeah. 18, it says, in the house of Jacob should be a fire.
A fire.
In the house of Joseph a flame.
And what they gonna do?
In the house of Esau for stubble. Not the house of Esau is righteous. Not why you gotta keep talking about them. Why you always keep hating them? No, they're gonna be stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there should not be any remainder of the house of Esau. Break that down. What does that mean? It's not gonna be any more remaining in the house of Esau. Is it racism? Is it prejudice? Is it judgmental? Is it full of hate? It's gonna be no It says, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken it. Not a camp, not a man. The Lord has spoken it. What you gonna say about that? The Lord spoken it. Know what you gonna say about that?
Yeah, because the whole captivity is given to the hand of Edom.
Right.
So that's why you think that hand that he put it in, and that wicked hand, you don't think he's gonna take it out their hand?
Yeah.
The same one who put it in their hand is gonna tell the same people, that same house, you're not gonna be remaining no more. You're not ruling no more. Right. And y'all say, no, it can't be. They got to continue to rule and run the whole earth into the ground. Right. Destroy the land.
They're not gonna do that.
Nah, that's what y'all want. Y'all want these wicked people to keep ruling.
Right.
You want to borrow on usury.
You comfortable in captivity.
You want to borrow on usury.
Right.
You want to be enslaved and get all this stuff that they got going for us. You want to go to them for the one of all things. You want to keep doing that.
Right.
You like that. You love to have this stuff. Y'all love
it.
this. And this is not good news to y'all for Jacob to possess his possessions.
I'm loving it. Y'all love it.
You don't like the father saying, hey, Jacob, I'm going to restore y'all. You're going to go right back to possessing your possession. You're going to get your land back. You're going to run from your headquarters. Y'all all going to be kings and priests again. All that.
Because they don't like judgment. That's why.
They don't like judgment.
They don't like the judgment.
They don't want the people who they love to get judged.
Right. They only want niggas to be judged. But when it comes to heathens, they don't want them to get judged.
And that's because you make friends with this world, and a lot of you married them people. Yeah. And so you got an attachment to them. So it's kind of hard.
But it don't matter. The Most High word going to stand.
Yeah. So that's what it is. What's making it difficult, because you'll say, my friend is this, or I married this person, or part of that
don't matter.
That don't mean nothing.
That don't matter.
It's written. Jacob's going to possess his possessions.
Yep, it's written.
And the day of the Lord is near upon all those who was bloodthirsty. As thou hast done, so it shall be done unto you.
Yeah.
That's righteous.
Yeah, it is. So we go to verse 19 over there, 119. Mm-hmm. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau.
That's good.
And they of the plain, the Philistines.
So the south going to take over over Esau's, where he's dwelling.
Yeah.
Where he got. And that's being on the top. Because, we started from the bottom. Now we're here. And the reason why we're here, because the Most High going to bring us there.
Oh, yeah.
Just like we opened up in Deuteronomy. Mm-hmm. And the other chapters where he showed us, when you went into your land, I'll put you guys up there. Don't say it was my own righteousness. You give glory and say, now the Father's doing this for us.
Oh, yeah.
People don't like it when you say that. They want you to boast in your own might. Yeah, so the Father can come and smite you. Because the Father don't like it when you exalt yourself.
Right.
He don't like that. So when you glorify it and say, the Father, so be it. Let your will be done as thou hast spoken. So be it, Lord. He gonna make this come to pass. And there's nobody, no chosen shepherd that can stop this.
Nope.
They can't stay his hand. They can't turn his hand back. They can't do it. The only thing they can do is comply or fry, because he's a consuming fire. They're going straight to the fire. Nobody's going to rise up. They can't even take a rocket ship. They'll fry. They can't even dive deep into the sea. Leviathan will come and get them. There's no oxygen tank.
These people are a bunch of sorcerers, a bunch of deceivers, and our people love to hear the lies of heathens, man. They don't want to hear the word of the Most High.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's no oxygen tank that can cause them to dive deep into the waters. Nah. There's only so far that they can go underwater, and so far they can go up in the sky. Because that's how the Father made it.
Nope.
He made the earth for man to dwell on.
Not in the waters, what they call space.
They can have satellites and stuff like that.
Well, they're not going out of.
They can't travel outside of what he allows them to, even with all their explorations.
Nope.
There's a lot of things that they haven't discovered, including the messengers. What we're going to answer them, that the Lord has found in Zion, and the poor of his people going to trust in it, and that's what we're showing. We're trusting in what he's saying and putting before us.
Yep. All right, now let's get Obadiah 1. What was it? I think it was at 19. And there the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and there the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead.
That's right. Getting our land back.
And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in sapphire,
Mm-hmm.
shall possess the cities of the south.
Mm-hmm.
21. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom should be the Lord's. So this is a future prophecy that's going to happen. That ain't happened. It's not no. It happened to Maccabees. You got brothers saying it happened to Maccabees. That didn't happen because it says the kingdom should be the Lord. So this ain't happen. It's going to happen.
And where are these
Edom is
saviors
going to
going?
be. Edom is going to be judged. It's going to be no more than amount of Edom. Esau. That's just what it's going to be. We read this.
And Jacob gonna judge Esau. That's what this is saying.
Yeah. So
You see how Esau has a court right now, and they judging Jacob. This is the prophecy where now, so everything they did to y'all in court, this is gonna be their double. So if you didn't get no justice and all that, and they were having kangaroo courts, judges was taking bribes, because they're the court without the temple. It already said saviors are gonna mount up on Zion, and they're gonna judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom gonna be the Lord's. That's the coming of the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Because Esau is gonna get judged, and Jacob is gonna be right there with the Messiah and the holy angels judging them all over the whole world. They're not going to be judging themselves anymore because Satan can't cast out Satan.
Nope.
His kingdom won't stand.
Oh, no.
But now the kingdom is going to be the Lord's, and that's when we're going to get our justice.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why he told us to have patience, to know that those who land in captivity, they go into captivity. Those who kill with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yeah, we going to burn it up.
Yeah, they got to. We got to keep this patience. So a lot of times when I'm reading or hearing certain things, I like to emphasize on certain things because there's certain things in these, there's meat in this. There's a lot of meat. It's a lot of sincere milk in it. It's grace in it. It's prophecy. It's truth. So that's just a blessing to actually see how Obadiah in his vision that he's seeing that we're getting help from the heavens to actually take down the mighty men of Teman. The mighty men of Teman and their wise men are going to be dismayed to the end. That all those who were about that evil, wicked house is going to be cut off by slaughter for all the things that they've done in wickedness. So the Father's not pleased with their pride. And we just looked at that. Vanities. Part of that is conceit. It's great pride within thyself. And that's what happened with Edom. His pride deceived him. That's what happened. His pride deceived him. And that was the vision given to the prophet Obadiah. All 21 of those verses. And the Lord going to judge them for all their wickedness by the hand of his people.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. And they got to get judged.
They're going to be judged.
And all the ones who play games, they're in trouble.
They're not escaping the judgment.
No, they're not.
Now we're going to go here to Isaiah 14, 1 and 3.
Yeah.
It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Yes.
And will yet choose Israel. And set them in their own land.
Everybody's land to be ruled over.
Their own land.
Getting their own land, finally.
And the strangers should be joined with them.
That's right.
And they should cleave to the house of Jacob.
That's
They're getting all excited. Let's see. Verse 2. And the people should take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel should possess them in the land of the Lord.
See, the
for
people,
servants and handmaids.
That's where they come in. The people. Because one of these days we can do a lesson on the strangers and cleaving. But it says the people. Yeah. We're here to talk about the possession. The people shall do what?
And the people should take them and bring them to their place.
To their place.
And the house of Israel should possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
That lines up with Leviticus 25, 44.
And they should take them captives, whose captives they were.
That's right.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
No, they're not. They're just going to be equal.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
Over them. Do you understand that?
Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord should give thee rest from thy sorrow.
Yes.
And from thy fear.
Sorrow and fear.
And from the hard bondage when thou was made to serve.
Yeah. Hard bondage, just like Egypt. Same thing. And this spiritual Egypt. Giving us rest from this hard bondage.
Right. So they're going to be taken captives, man. What they did us is going to get right back done to them. They're going to be captives. They're going to be at the bottom. They're going to have to serve. And guess what? I'm not even going to say that. I'm about to read this real quick.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't want nobody to say, that's what you talking about. Somebody say, oh, you just saying that. Now, I'm not only going to say it. I'm let's let the
scriptures talk.
Scriptures speak.
Yeah.
Revelation 13. So y'all saying, oh, this is this, oh, this, no. Revelation 13 and 10.
All right.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Now, who's the he that led into captivity? Can anybody tell us?
Right.
He that does what?
Leadeth into captivity. Shall, not maybe, not might, I don't know, shall go into captivity.
What? I thought Revelation, no, wait. Isaiah 14, it was fulfilled already.
No, he that leadeth into captivity should go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
They never live by the sword, so nothing ain't gonna happen to them.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
They never ruled with the sword.
That's all they ruled was the
That's
sword.
all they ruled with. That's the only way that they can teach you is with a gosh dang sword.
Right. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's the patience. That's the faith.
Now,
saints.
Right. Now we're going to stay Revelation.
Not lukewarm servants.
Right.
We understand the judgment of our God.
Yeah.
So go and study that Revelation 13 chapter 2 so you can get the sense.
Right. This is our 3 closeout scriptures right here, brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Revelation 2:25 to 29.
All right.
But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end.
To the end.
To him.
Yes.
Will I give power over the nation.
Nah, there's no guarantee.
To him will I give power over the nations. So if you overcome and keep of his works unto the end, you're going to have power over the nations. It's not going to be, I sin every day. I don't know if I can make it. Nobody knows if they're going to make it. He's telling you right here.
The Messiah is telling you. Mashiach is letting you know. If you overcome, that's the stipulation.
But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come.
So you better hold the truth, whatever you have, your righteousness, that he's teaching you about truth, maintaining good works, your conduct, your civil laws, moral laws.
So he's telling you
commandments.
What you got to do
yes.
in order to get this.
Yes.
He says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation.
Now you got to keep your enemy's work. So you got to monkey see, monkey do.
No. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works.
His works. See that?
Unto the end.
So that means you're following him to the end.
To him will I give power over the nation.
That's the one that's going to get the power over
so if we doing that, we know we in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and say, I don't know if I can make it to the kingdom. I don't know who can make it. No. If we keeping the word and keeping the commandments, we know we're going to make it. I'm not going to sit there and play games and say, I don't know if I can make it. If I'm keeping the commandments and not sinning, I'm going to make it.
And the Messiah said, if you continue in my word, then I'm going to know you my disciples. Because in Jeremiah 17, in verse 4, it tells you that we discontinue from the heritage that he gave us. Right. So yes, if you do discontinue from his word and with the commandments that he tells you to do, then yeah, you ain't going to make it.
But if you continue in his works, you will make it.
And overcome, then he'll give you power. But if you just give up and flop and start slipping and tripping, he ain't giving you nothing.
You ain't getting nothing. And look, verse 27 says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
That's how our Lord gonna rule.
Guess what? This is about the nations. This is about the Gentiles, the heathens who you love so much.
You want to call them.
It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Yeah.
Break that down. What that mean?
Yeah.
It says, as the vessels of a potter, should they be broken to shivers.
See that?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
He's saying that these heathens gonna be ruled with a rod of iron as a vessel. And as the vessels of a potter, shall they be broken to shivers.
Of course, because they're unruly. They're careless. They're a sinful kingdom.
Right. And guess what Mashiach says? Even as I received of my Father. So that's coming from the Most High.
His Father.
What y'all talking about?
How you going to gainsay Christ?
Right.
You can't gainsay this priest, the high priest of Israel.
You can't.
The lamb, our Passover. None of y'all can.
Nope.
Y'all not eating his word.
No,
his words are life, their spirit.
Right. They love heathens too much. They don't even care what's written.
Yeah, they eat their bad leaven.
Right.
They feed on the leaven of Herod.
Yeah. 28 says, and I will give him the morning star.
Yeah.
29. He that have an ear, let him hear.
Yeah.
What the Spirit
that's right.
said to the churches. Not what man is saying. What is the Spirit saying?
That's right.
Y'all don't want to listen with the Spirit. Y'all keep listening what man is saying.
Yeah.
Reading these false books, reading what everybody's talking about. Hear what the Spirit is saying.
Mm-hmm. And you better hear it because the Lord our God is one.
Yeah.
Anything comes out their mouth.
Right. And we're going to close it with this right here. Revelation 18.
That's right.
4 through 9.
Mm-hmm.
It say, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Oh, yeah. Come out.
That ye, hold up. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
No, she doesn't sin.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
She doesn't sin.
Because y'all keep trying to act like these heathens are innocent. Y'all keep trying to protest for these heathens, man. Come out of her.
Her sins have reached where?
The heavens.
That's the throne of God.
Right.
The true judge.
Mm-hmm.
The court with the temple.
Right. It says 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities.
No, he didn't.
So you don't have to remember, the Most High remember her iniquities. 6, reward her even as she rewarded you.
No, you don't do that. That's not the fruits of the Spirit.
And double unto her, double according to her works.
She don't got works.
And the cup which she have filled to her double. Not sit there and say, oh no, I can't be talking about you because I don't know if all y'all is wicked. I can't talk to you because I'm just full of hate. No. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven.
Her sins.
Don't you understand that?
Her sins.
Sins.
But y'all don't want to charge them and say that they sin. You're just saying only Israel sins.
Right.
Their sins have reached the heavens. So what are you trying to get us to bow down to them for? Right. Hispanics sin. Native Indians sin. Caucasians sin.
Chinese.
East Indians sin. Everybody in Asia sins.
Africans.
Everybody in Africa is sinning.
Right.
It's sin all over.
Yep.
Everywhere. And then guess what? It reached the heavens.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities.
Remember it. Arabs sin.
Yeah.
And he remembered it, and he's looking down, and he's looking at this sin. And he's telling you to come out.
And guess what else he's telling you? Verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you.
Did you hear that?
And double unto her double according to her works.
Her works. So whatever the works was, they're getting double.
And the cup which she have filled to her double.
So she filled something for you to drink and watched you. Right? When it was given power for them to make war against us, and then they start helping forward affliction, all you heathens. Now, same thing to them. Give that same cup right back. Double.
Yep. Verse 7. How much she have glorified herself.
No, she glorified the Father and the Son.
How much she have glorified herself.
No, she glorified God. In God we trust.
She glorified herself.
In God we trust.
She glorified herself and lived deliciously.
Nah, she's not doing that.
So much torment and sorrow give her.
No, don't give her torment and sorrow. Just butter her up and flatter her up.
So much torment and sorrow give her.
You see that? Because that's what they were giving us in tribulation. Torment and sorrow.
For she said in her heart.
What she say?
I said a queen.
Yeah, right.
And am no widow. And shall see no sorrow.
See, that's now you deceived right there. Yes, you are. Because the Father just told you. But see, in your mind, you think ain't nothing gonna happen to us.
We'll see.
We can rule over your people and do whatever we want to. We can turn the image of your son to whatever we want.
Right.
We could rewrite history. We could do whatever. We can even partner up with all the heathens.
And nothing's gonna happen.
And take crafty counsel, cut their name off, and then kick them out and say, get out of here.
Right. Well, let's see. Verse 8.
Yeah.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
One day.
Death.
And
mourning. And famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire.
No fire department is going to be able to put this fire out.
For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her.
See that?
That's who's going to judge her.
Yeah.
Not you niggas that want to take up for heathens. The Most High going to judge her.
And he's strong. He's strong.
That's right. Verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication.
No, the kings don't commit fornication.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication.
You hear that?
And live deliciously with her.
But you're not showing that.
Shall bewail her.
See that?
And lament for her. When they shall see the smoke of her burning.
You're not going to see the smoke of her burning because this ain't going to happen.
So all these heathens that's going to come to the top heathen that's in charge, they're going to be bewailing. Yeah. Guess what? They're not going to be bewailing because something happened as far as they're not gonna, let me put it like this. They're not gonna be rejoicing. Let me put it like this. We're gonna rejoice when the wicked fall. They're not gonna rejoice when they fall. They're gonna be sad.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they be sad when the wicked fall? Because they're wicked just like them.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot sit there and say the heathens is righteous and they like us. Because when the top head of the wicked fall, all the rest of the wicked gonna be sad. But guess what? The ones of us who serve the Most High and love Him, we're gonna be rejoicing.
Mm-hmm.
The wicked ain't gonna rejoice with us.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all sitting there say, "Oh, you're hateful. You're full of hate and all this." No, they full of hate and they hate the Most High. They hate His Son. They hate our people. They the ones full of hate. Why you don't tell the heathens why you hate black people? Why you don't tell the heathens why y'all passing laws to keep us down? Why you don't tell the heathens why are y'all suppressing a nation of people? But you gonna tell us that we doing something because we speak about judgment? Man, get out of here.
Can you go to Revelation 11 and 8? Because this
All
is
right,
going
we're
to
gonna
show
close with
you
that.
how they rejoice. Because y'all trying to make it seem like, no, they were sad. When they crucified and lynched Christ, they were right there with the women, right at his crucifixion.
Nah.
And they were like, oh, please, Lord. They were never looking at him as their king and their Lord.
No, he wasn't.
There was no daughter of a strange God going to the king of Judah and weeping over what was going on with our king.
It wasn't.
And we're getting ready to show you what these heathens was doing when it was given that beast power to make war with Jerusalem. This is Revelation 11 and what is it, 8 or 9? 8.
Okay, we're going to close with this right here. Revelation 11, 8. It says, and their dead bodies should be in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Sodom and Egypt.
But also our Lord was crucified.
Where our Lord was crucified. Mm-hmm. Our Lord was crucified. And let's see about the heathen. Let's see what they happened. Let's see what happened when we were getting killed. Because once they killed the head, they smote the judge, the sheep scattered. Now let's see. Let's see what happened. Let's see what the heathens did. Yeah.
Verse 9, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies.
And do what?
3 days and a half. Mm-hmm. And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Where was our aid? Then suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And then what?
Verse 10, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them.
Wait. No. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're going to do what?
And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them.
Do you hear that? They're rejoicing over Israelites getting killed.
And make merry.
And they made merry when Christ was killed and all the other Israelites got killed. Because after Christ got killed, days kept going and other Israelites were scattered. Some was given to captivity, some to the sword, some to the pestilence, some to famine.
Yeah. And shall send gifts one to another.
Nah, they weren't sending Christmas gifts.
Because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth.
So you see that?
And y'all remember too, they tell y'all in slavery that when they was cutting off body parts and all, they was sending gifts, heathens one to another when they was doing wicked to our people. And we read right here, it was saying they was giving gifts right here. They tell you that. When these people was hanging us and doing all, they had little cards and all that, showing our people on there getting burnt and all that, sending gifts one to another. Yeah. But y'all sit there act like the heathens is, righteous, and when we pronounce judgment on them as hateful, hell nah. And that's what it is. What is written. These people are wicked, and that's why we brought this out. Jacob will possess his possessions because these people are a possession unto us. Because it's a shame to be a heathen, and we should not ever want to be like them people. Never.
Now, what verse was that? Revelation 11. What about them rejoicing and giving gifts?
That was the verse 10.
See, Revelation 11:10, verse 10 is going to show you. So when you get to Revelation 18, now you can see why. Give her double, reward her, rejoice over her, because that's what they did. When because Obadiah also explains that too, in regards to when our calamity had an end, and they'll show you what Esau was doing. He was standing in the crossway to cut off those who did escape. He was trying to make our life a living hell for those who did remain in the day of distress.
Right. And
they were trying to deliver us up. And then they were rejoicing.
Yeah, they were.
They were rejoicing at our fall. But guess what? Mashiach, Christ, was set for the fall. Mm-hmm. He was set for the rising again of many in Israel. So he's going to raise us back up in the last day. But it just goes to show you in Revelation 11:10, you're seeing how these heathens is not coming to us with Red Cross. They didn't come to us to give us aid. They did not look at us with an eye of pity and say, no, let's go help them. Look, no, it's that they looked at their dead bodies. They saw it and they rejoiced. That made them happy. And then Obadiah said, you were as one of them when strangers and foreigners entered into their gates. You were as one of them. And look what you came in there to do. You didn't come in there to say, you know what? Red Cross, aid. Didn't give them no aid, no help, no comfort. But guess what you guys got? Guess what you guys did do? You guys gave each other gifts. And that's how I found that out in Revelation 11:10. That's why I stand and talk the way I do. Because these people got a lot of nerve. I did not forget Zion. I remember Zion. And I saw what they did to Zion. When judgment was coming on her, they were in there giving each other gifts. They were rejoicing at our fall. They were rejoicing that Israelites was getting lynched. They were rejoicing when their property was getting burnt down. Yep. They were rejoicing when our city was set on fire. They were rejoicing when Judah was brought down to the ground and her gates was languished and her city came down, her towers came down. They rejoiced at that. And they said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. That's why it says, remember the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it. So that's why in Revelation 18, you see, what do you see? Double. As they have done, same thing. They're gonna get remembered for that. They're not gonna just in the day of Jerusalem be chanting and giving gifts and think this was funny. But look what happened to that earthquake out in Turkey. Look what happened. They want everybody to have compassion when they're going through whatever it is. But here it is, we're going through something, nothing. Rejoicing. Yeah. Thought it was fun and games. And matter of fact, they started chanting, destroy it, twice. They said destroy it when they looked at Jerusalem. They wanted the man, the Hebrew Israelite man destroyed, the Hebrew Israelite woman destroyed, and the Hebrew Israelite children destroyed. That's what race it means, destroy it. So you wonder why in the opening in Deuteronomy it says he's going to say destroy them, because the double is coming back to them. As they have said and as they have done, so it should be done unto you.
Yep. And that's what's up. So with that, hopefully I understood Jacob will possess his possession.
Oh, yeah.
The heathens was made to be our possession, man. Yes. We was not made to serve them.
No.
We was not made to be under them.
No.
So we wanted to bring this out to show that they was made to be bondmen and bondwomen and the possession and inheritance to our children.
Yes.
And for us forever.
That's right.
That's what we wanted to bring this out to show. And
these laws
these people are wicked. They don't care nothing about us.
No.
So we're not gonna sit there and fake like these people love us and care about us and care about the Most High. So we hopefully y'all got something out of this. And understand Jacob will possess his possession.
And he will have his righteous kingdom.
Right, and don't trust our enemies, man. These people are liars. Momo said, great teacher, thank you. No problem, Momo. Glad you got something out of this. Yeah. The show was written.
Yeah.
And number love to the brothers and sisters scattered throughout the four corners of the earth and enemies' lands, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Let the Most High be true. Every man a liar. You never go wrong with that.
And knowing that vengeance is the Lord's and he is going to repay. And we're going to reward her like she rewarded us.
Yep. They're going to get the double.
Yes.
And they're going to get ruled with a rod of iron. They're not coming to the kingdom.
Nope.
Don't let nobody fool you and think that heathens got an inheritance and a pot with us. They don't.
Yep.
And they're going to get rewarded the way they rewarded us.
They served us. And happy shall he be that taketh their little ones.
Yep.
And do as they served us.
Yes, indeed. And we are the children of Israel. Yes. We call black people, not nobody else.
Nobody else.
And we are going to possess our possessions.
That's right, which is the kingdom.
Right.
And all of our ownership of the earth. The whole world belongs to us.
Right. And the people, we're going to possess the people because they was made to serve us, not the other way around. So hopefully y'all got some understanding.
Yes.
And go back and read the scriptures we brought out.
Yes.
So y'all get some understanding for yourself. And with that, I'm going to say number love, brothers and sisters.
Love you
next time, y'all be cool. All right.